few months ago, I like to check out my local comic shop and take in as much as I can because usually you'll go in, you'll get your regular pull out the file, maybe you'll check the X-Men shelf or something. But how often do you wander through some of the more indie stuff and actually look to see what's new? Not everyone's great at like spotting the new thing because you can't check out all of them. There's so many. And I got to like issue 4 of this book called Astronaut Down. Has nothing to do with the comic Officer Down from 2018.
Okay.
But and I dig astronauts. It's in the right setting. They're creepy.
Right.
The big diver suits, astronaut suits, when they're not where they're supposed to be, freaks me out.
Yeah,
Right?
I feel that because it's like it's like in their big diver suits. Even a diver suit out of place is very creepy, right? Like
there was like a Doctor Who where there was an astronaut suit like on the beach, and I was like, "Why is this terrifying me?" But
yeah.
So I picked up. I started on issue number 4, and I flipped through a bit, and there's a guy in a wheelchair, and this whole hospital room full of people are saying, "Hey, you saved our reality, even though yours is dead. Thank you so much." And I'm like, what is going on? So I was like, well, that's an insta-buy.
Yeah. I mean, talk about a way to get you hooked on a book, even with issue 4 of a 5-issue miniseries. That's crazy.
Exactly. So I was able to get 4 and 5 right there. And I picked up 1, 2, and 3 later, and I read through it. And it's not your astronaut in the typical sense. By the way, it's written by James Patrick and art by Rapin, I believe. Not Rapin, I'm going to go with.
Rapin, yeah.
And there's no space travel. It's going to be mind travel, and there's a program to send someone's consciousness to other realities of themselves.
Dude, what?
So it's wild. So what happens is there's some kind of experiment in a different country, and this tear in reality opens up where this flood that they call a cancer like washes over the entire world. And whatever this flood hits, it's green and it's gooey, and it just makes everyone die. And not just by like drowning them. Some panels can be pretty grotesque. So they start to erect walls around certain cities. The experiment center was researching this thing. It's like, well, we don't have the right equation to fight what this is, but other realities might. So we got to send our people to jump to other selves.
Interesting.
And so they start working on that, and you find out that's what the main character is. He's an astronaut meant to go to another consciousness in a different reality. But by issue 2, it's already a year old. So it's not, I'm not going to say spoilers, but he meets his girlfriend who died in his reality. So immediately, if you're tracking, it's like, well, she just got fridged. You meet 2 more realities of this girl, and she has a very positive / negative influence on him. So she's not actually fridged. She's there, but So his reality got fridged. The other ones, it's important for them to be there and how they react to what he's done, and if he's doing his job or not. And basically, he has to remember the new equation in the physics smart stuff. I don't know it. Beam that back to his reality so they can try and solve the problem and metastasize the cancer of their world. So these 5 issues go through all of that. And there's parts where, I feel like
how is this in 5 issues? I'm just like, this could be 24 issues, and I feel like it wouldn't necessarily cover everything.
There's a lot that got skipped over, and there's a few things I haven't gotten to yet. Like, I feel like James could have spread some of these topics out, but he mashed them all into one thing. And if you get a lot into one thing, then maybe people want more. I don't know how they're going to have more of this.
Right.
But there's parts where it gets political because the government and some of the scientists were like, we need to fund the sciences so we could do the thing. But of course, there's going to be some people who go, no, we need to do nothing and just let it solve itself.
Right.
And so like a couple issues are like, well, we have to defeat tribalism because that's what's stopping us from fixing the problem. And it's like, you can tell where that's coming from to an extent. And I'm not going to say it wasn't heavy-handed, but the people exist. It's, he's taking it from real world examples. But it was a wild ride to go from at some point you doubted he was even going to send the equation back to his reality or not, or just stay in the peaceful one he was at.
Right.
Yeah. So I dug it. It was wild. None of it was what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you could tell me trying to explain, if you like concepts that don't make sense to you, if you like some Grant Morrison books that aren't Batman, then you'll like this.
Yeah.
I get pissed when I should understand Batman. If I don't understand something else Grant Morrison's writing, that's okay. I'm not supposed to. I accept that.
Yeah. There's a spell being cast on me, and I understand that my reality does not understand the thing being beamed into my brain. I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's from Aftershock Comics.
Nice.
I like how the back cover is Read Dangerously. It's it's ads for their own company, and I get it. I dig it. It made me think a bit. It was entertaining, and you can still pick up the trade off of their website.
Nice. Very nice. Well, yeah, I this kind of sounds like the type of book that I would buy month to month from Image and not really understand it, and then 2 years later come back and read it. But so thank you for telling me about it after it came out. Now I can just read it all in one go, and I might actually understand it.